We've got lettuce, watermelon, red peppers.
Just west of Washington, D.C.,
Milk, cheese, yogurt.
in one of the nation's wealthiest areas, developers are turning back the clock.
Connections with people, with either family, with nature.
Dusting off an old way of life.
A real desire to understand where food was coming from.
Hoping a new age of residents will come forward.
Willowsford was back to basics.
Willowsford is in the heart of Loudoun County, Virginia. It is a roughly 4,000-acre community dedicated to the health of its residents. Half of the property is open space with trails, parks, a lake, campsites, and a farm. The developed areas will have resort-style amenities featuring pools, recreational facilities, community centers, and will include nearly 2,200 homes.
The opportunity presented itself after a previous developer had been unable to get the 4,000 acres that we own zoned for 15,000 units. That was it was a watershed kind of zoning case in Loudoun County, and they zoned the property by their own motion to 1 unit per acre and 1 unit per 3 acres, depending on where it is on our property.
The new zoning created new opportunities, and a few years later, real estate private equity firm Rockpoint Group purchased the property for $89 million in 2009.
With all of that uncertainty that was occurring in the market, and knowing that there's a sort of somewhat of a lot shortage out in Loudoun County, that this is the has the highest incomes. It had a lot of great potential in this marketplace. So we knew the easy route to go, but you really took the risk in terms of trying a whole new concept and pushing builders at a point when they were probably the most cautious in terms of making new investments or innovating in an environment that was really uncertain.
Corbellis was selected as development manager, and the bold new concept followed.
The concept came from group collaboration. A lot of people in the room, ourselves, the Corbellis folks, Rockpoint, land design, our engineering firms, in many, many brainstorming sessions about how to best present the land if we were going to do it under one single brand.
In the architectural design of the community, we decided to really focus on quality and focus on really simplicity in a lot of instances. Sledding hills, campsites, the trails. Some of those items really are kind of harking back to a simpler time and that people really enjoy being outdoors with their families.
Willowsford sits on 4 non-contiguous parcels of land. The parcels were developed as 4 distinct villages, with homes and open space within each.
We thought about how we could brand all 4 villages under one particular brand, which was Willowsford. And in accomplishing that, you really had to have some continuity in terms of the look and feel of the properties. And so you'll see that there's that bridging all of the properties is landscaping features, monumentation, and then of course shared amenities for the whole community.
Our first analysis of the property, the 2,150 units were spread across the entire 4,000 acres, and we thought we could do better than that. We thought that that was too much of one product, for one thing, but also the fact that we were disturbing way too much land, and we thought we could do a better job of clustering our lots and creating some segmentation in our lots by size.
More than half of the land is for recreational and agricultural use, including about 250 acres of farmland with hundreds of sustainably grown crops for residents.
2,000 acres of open space we have put into a conservancy, the Willowsford Conservancy, which is a not-for-profit. And we did that deliberately and didn't put it in the HOA because we wanted to make sure that it had a sustainability to it. So we'll generate revenues that we can put into the conservancy to make sure that everything gets maintained properly, and that it gets preserved as a usable open space in perpetuity.
The decision to create a single community with 4 villages and a farm differentiated Willowsford from any other master-planned community and was a critical marketing tool.
When we think about the marketing, I mean, the farm is a huge component because people say, oh, it's that community with the farm, and having an authentic farm makes a difference. The other big component of it, though, was building amenities and the amenity buildings up front. So we have currently at less than 200, we've sold a little bit over 200 units. We have about 110 residents right now. We have 2 complete swim complexes open. We're sitting in the Lodge, which is our first community center building. I personally was a little bit skeptical that we could pull it off, but it's proven to be successful. It had a plan, and it's making sense, and largely because we've been able to get a competitive advantage in the marketplace. We have builders who are very interested in the product and very interested in building with us here at Willowsford.